Hello, I am David, and this is another video log in prep for the Compassion Tour that's starting in Keene, New York, September 3rd, and we'll be going to Lodi, New Jersey, and also Louisville, Kentucky in the subsequent months following the beginning of the tour. And in doing so, I'm answering questions. This question is from another question from Jenny in Lodi, New Jersey. And the question is, how can one have compassion for another after years of abuse? And I often refer to a couple things. One is Fred Luskin, who works with the Forgiveness Project at Stanford University, and his definition of forgiveness is to be at peace with the past. And I also work with the Course in Miracles definition of forgiveness is turning fear into love, and that's what I believe one can do to forgive someone who has abused you for years. One, you must look at the fact that that person caused the abuse because most likely, not always, but most likely, that person has experienced that same abuse. So if someone has experienced physical abuse, it's most likely that that's how they interpret, that's how they deal with their pain, is by causing others physical abuse. If someone's been sexually abused, they may sexually abuse others. Speaking from experience, I've gone through both physical abuse and sexual abuse while growing up, and I've been able to forgive those who were perpetrators of that, and have been able to turn that fear into love and be at peace with the past. And it's evident it's doable whether or not there's an actual interaction with the other person. For instance, if someone's physically abused you and that person passes, that process of forgiveness can still take place, which is being at peace with the past, which is identifying the love that's within us and being able to express that. So if someone comes to you again in the future and wishes to try to physically abuse you, you realize that the self-love that you have for yourself, you will refuse to tolerate that whatsoever, whether it be to take yourself out of that situation, or to verbally say, I refuse this, or to switch that energy somehow into love, whether it's actually with the other person or simply by loving yourself. Same with emotional abuse or any other type of abuse, I believe. I think that rings true in any of those cases. Turning fear into love and being at peace with the past. And again, I go back to the compassion circle, I call it. It begins with inner peace, goes to compassion, goes to forgiveness, and then ends in gratitude, which is challenging. And that gratitude continuously feeds the inner peace. And so through the forgiveness process, we can go back to having more inner peace. And with that inner peace, with that love that we have to share with others, we can have compassion. We can continuously have compassion and forgiveness, regardless of whatever arrows come towards us. It's somewhat of the story of Buddha reaching enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, with Mara attacking with various demons or temptations. All those things that come towards us, we're able to transmute, switch them all from fear to love. Again, I thank Jenny for the question, and I will continue doing these video logs for whoever's out there that wishes to view them. I invite you to ask your own questions in the comments below, or make a suggestion, or reply and share your own thoughts on what you believe forgiveness is and how to forgive those that abuse you in the past. And remember, the abuse took place in the past, and the abuse does not need to continue by continuously hating oneself for something that happened in the past. That's another valuable lesson that I think I myself have learned, and is part of the wisdom tradition of forgiveness, is to stop beating up on yourself for something that someone else is going through. And I would say that's something to live by in any circumstance. As Byron Katie would say, my business is my business. This is my business, God's business, and other people's business. And I can choose any business I wish to take on from other people in a relationship. And in forgiveness, I choose forgiveness. Individuals choose forgiveness. Alright, I will end it there, and look forward to answering the next question, and look forward to the experiences, the joys, the sorrows, the ups and downs of the upcoming Compassion Tour, which I'll share with everyone. With that, I say thank you and goodbye.